Hi friends, this is SMS Life, Sound Mind, Sound Life. In each podcast, we bring you something invaluable about lives. In this podcast, let's explore what is affiliation and dependency. The source of the motive for affiliation is a matter of some dispute. Some psychologists regard it as originating in an actual physiological tendency. Others believe that it results from the fact that a small baby is totally dependent on his mother for the satisfactions of all his drives, including hunger and relief from pain. At any rate, almost every normal person grows up with motives for attachment to his parents, affiliation with other people, and dependency on others. The motives differ in strength, of course, among different individuals. Some people are close to their parents and extremely sociable, joiners, who are always eager to be in a group. Others prefer to spend much of their time alone. Dependency is more common among women than among men, preferably because our society frowns on dependent behavior in men but considers a certain amount of it to be appropriate, feminine, and rather attractive in women. Yet, men also often tend to take their problems to the teacher or the boss, to rely on columnists and television commentators to interpret the world's events, and to give enthusiastic allegiance to political leaders who have strong personalities. One indication of how the affiliation motive can affect performance comes from a study. As the caption explains, students who rated high in affiliation motive were found to make better grades in university classes, where their fellow students and instructors provided a warm and friendly atmosphere than in classes where the atmosphere was more impersonal. The psychologists who made the study found that the tendency was considerably stronger among university men than among women, for whom the results were sometimes inconsistent. Behavior stemming from the affiliation motive has been found to be especially likely to occur in situations that arouse anxiety. College women made anxious by the prospect of receiving an electric shock showed a much greater tendency to prefer a wait in the company of others rather than alone, as study showed. Apparently, there is considerable truth to the old adage that misery loves company. In anxiety-provoking situations, people seem to turn to others for both company and comfort. It is interesting to note that a high degree of affiliation motive is much more likely to be found among first-born children or only children than among those born later. One study that demonstrates a possible explanation is that mothers appear to treat a firstborn child differently from later children. They are more physically protective and tend to interfere more with the child's activities and to be more extreme with both praise and criticism, often in a rather inconsistent fashion. Another result of this kind of treatment is represented by the fact that firstborns have been found less likely to engage in dangerous contact sports, such as football and rugby, than in less dangerous sports such as baseball. We will explore more in the upcoming podcast. Thanks for listening. Have a nice day.